Donald Trump is using and abusing this government shutdown in whatever way benefits him most and also hurts Americans at the same time. Donald Trump has used the government shutdown as an opportunity to fire federal workers en masse, leave Americans hungry, and of course hide the Epstein files. But there is one more thing that Donald Trump wanted to do during this shutdown, and he just got caught in it as he ran away to Mar-a-Lago and abruptly canceled something that's coming back to bite him. We are going to get into it all, but before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button because it goes a long way in supporting our work. Now, while Donald Trump is using this shutdown to hide the Epstein files and of course attack anyone who disagrees with him, he's also doing it because Republicans want to gut your health care, which is exactly what Donald Trump said on the tarmac yesterday before he ran away to Mar-a-Lago.
Obamacare has turned out to be a disaster, as I've been saying for years. It can be fixed or redone. People don't get good health care, and their premiums go up every single year. So we should change it. It's a disaster. Obamacare is bad health care at a very high price. So tonight we have a big celebration of Halloween, and I'll see you later. Thank you very much.
The Trump administration is ultimately always about making you feel pain. That is what they want to do. They want to inflict themselves upon anyone who disagrees with him and people who agree with him. Let's think about the people who have been most hurt by this Trump administration, by rising prices, by tariffs. Let's think about the farmers. Let's think about people in red states who rely on SNAP disproportionately more, Trump voters do, than people who voted for Kamala Harris, and they're being sold down the river by Donald Trump. He doesn't give a fuck, though. Of course he doesn't. He actually made a post about SNAP that we're going to check out in just a second. But I have to point out, on the Obamacare attacks, Donald Trump still doesn't have a plan. Let's realize this, that this is a really good moment to say this is symbolic of the entire administration and all of their plans. Donald Trump's 2 weeks away, of course we know that. But this is what Trump likes to do, is he likes to rip away and tear down. It's a politics of subtraction on the right. They think if they just break things enough, if they remove the things that they don't like, if Donald Trump busts into D.C. and rips up homeless encampments, then everything will be fine. If he attacks enough trans people, everything will be fine. Well, bigotry doesn't get you a better society, and ripping up homeless encampments doesn't get rid of homeless people. What they're thinking they can do is just rip away until they hit some bottom point, but that's not true. What you actually need to rip up are the systems that put people in these places, the artificial scarcity that we create in this country so people like Donald Trump can get shit rich off crypto corruption, so the Walton family can make billions of dollars while not actually paying their employees who use SNAP more than anyone else because they're not paid a living wage. And then do you know where people often spend their EBT dollars? Walmart. And it is corporate greed, it is corporate corruption, it is socialism for the corporations. And that is why Donald Trump is now waking up to the fact that maybe he should publicly defend SNAP while privately ripping it up. And he said that in this post right here. Trump wrote on Truth Social, "Our government lawyers do not think we have the legal authority to pay SNAP with certain monies we have available, and now 2 courts have issued conflicting opinions on what we can do and what we cannot do. I do not want Americans to go hungry just before the radical Democrats refuse to do the right thing and reopen the government." So what Donald Trump doesn't want you to know, obviously, is that there are appropriations to fund SNAP, $6 billion in an emergency fund. And why does Donald Trump not want to tap into that? It's because he wants people to feel pain. That is what Donald Trump is after. He's also just trying to break the government. Another agency, another group that he decided he was not going to fund because of this shutdown was the military. And what did Donald Trump do? He went and got a private donation to fund the military. One that doesn't actually do that. The $130 million that was donated would be enough to pay every member of the military $100 once. So that's not really keeping people's salaries in check. But as this is all going down, what is Donald Trump doing? Before we see what he canceled, I want to see what he went to, and that was his Halloween party at Mar-a-Lago. This is a Gilded Age themed party. They are literally laughing in your face. They think it is funny that they are shit rich and getting shit richer while people are poor, while they starve, while they go without health care, while they die from treatable diseases in the wealthiest nation in the world. And Donald Trump is loving it. He is laughing it up, and he is doing whatever he wants during this shutdown because he thinks he can get away with it. But while Donald Trump is running off to Mar-a-Lago or hosting Halloween parties at the White House, there's certain events that he's canceling under the guise of the shutdown. The Trump White House hosted a Halloween event on the 30th during the government shutdown, but previously blamed the shutdown for canceling a Hispanic heritage event with his supporters. Once again, Donald Trump is fucking over the people who elected him. Remember all the Latinos for Trump who are now seeing their family members deported, racially profiled by ICE, who wanted to go to the White House and party it up with Donald Trump, but he fucking hates you. He does. If you are a person of color who supports Donald Trump, fuck that. It's not just people of color. If you are not a billionaire supporting Donald Trump, if you're just some white dude in Iowa with a soybean farm who's trying to scrape by as this presidency makes it literally impossible for you to do so, Donald Trump has disdain for you. And of course, especially if you're a person of color, Donald Trump, the racist, vile bigot that he is, the fat fuck that he is, of course he hates you. Let's get this through your head, MAGA. We're not just saying you fell for it because his policies are terrible. You fell for it because he doesn't care about you, because he never did. This is not, I really think this is good economic policy, but it might end up, there might be a little pain for the farmers. Like, this is targeted. This is specific. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't. And all the while, Scott Bessent is saying, well, I'm a soybean farmer. I'm definitely feeling this pain as well. Scott Bessent, by the way, is worth $600 million. He is not a soybean farmer. He is a soybean farm landlord, and he's not feeling the pain because him and his buddies on Wall Street just got bailed out of their investments, as it relates to Argentina, with Donald Trump's $40 billion giveaway that Scott Bessent was in charge of. So are you seriously telling me, MAGA, that this is your guy, the gold toilet dude, the fucking ballroom dude? That's your guy? He's who's looking out for you? No. Donald Trump canceled an event with his Latino supporters saying that it was the government shutdown, when in reality, it's just that he hates you and that he's a bigot, and he always has been. Wake up to this fact. I'm so tired of defending y'all more than you will defend yourselves. It's the same thing with the mainstream media. These Trump supporters need to wake up. And I guess the only way they are going to is feeling the pain, as Donald Trump is focused on anything but them. What is he doing? He's breaking up the White House even more.
In order to create this, what he calls the Rose Garden Club. It's basically a fast food restaurant patio with garish yellow umbrellas he had shipped up from his house in Florida to make it look like the assistant manager hasn't arrived yet to really set the place up. Look at that. That used to be the Rose Garden. Destroying the White House Rose Garden, literally paving it, cost nearly $2 million. And then the excavators showed up. Last week, in tearing down the historic East Wing of the White House, Trump destroyed not just the East Wing, but also a second historic garden, the Jacqueline Kennedy Garden, which, despite the name, was not designed by Jackie Kennedy. The garden was named in Mrs. Kennedy's honor, but it was designed by her friend, the legendary gardener, Bunny Mellon. B-U-N-N-Y, Bunny is her first name, Bunny Mellon. You can actually just make her out, barely make her out in the background of this photo from the time, Mrs. Mellon. Bunny had married into the Mellon family's industrial and banking fortune. Through her friendship with the Kennedys, she ended up designing both the White House Rose Garden, which Trump paved, and the absolutely lovely Jackie Kennedy Garden with its magnolias and its slow-growing, painstakingly cultivated hollies. But that garden is also now gone, bulldozed by Donald Trump, destroyed to make room for Trump's new Mar-a-Lago-style ballroom, which Trump says will cost somewhere between $200 and $350 million, money he has apparently raised from private donors. The current American president has decided to never mind Congress and the power of the purse that is laid out in the Constitution. When he wants money for something, he just finds another purse somewhere. For example, last week, Trump announced that a mystery donor had decided to write a check for $130 million to help pay the troops during the government shutdown. Now, according to the New York Times, that mystery donor is named Timothy Mellon. Wait, Mellon? Wait, does the Mellon name sound familiar? Yes, same Mellon, same family. His stepmom, Bunny, designed the two gardens that Trump just bulldozed and paved. You may remember Timothy Mellon as the single largest individual donor of the 2024 election cycle. First was Elon Musk. Second was Timothy Mellon. He poured millions of dollars, many millions of dollars into helping candidate Trump. He spent another $25 million on trying to elect Robert F. Kennedy Jr., because why not? And now Timothy Mellon has written a check for $130 million to privately pay U.S. military members. And hey, the military doesn't work like that. And maybe that's illegal, but whether or not it's illegal, it's also definitely bizarre math. I mean, when you do the math, this $130 million purported donation would work out to just enough money to pay each member of the armed services $100 one time. It's nowhere near enough to keep military families paid or even out of food pantry lines during this shutdown. But sure, why not hand over $130 million to shove it down this hole? He's still giving it, maybe, I don't know. But meanwhile, Trump continues building his multi-$100 million ballroom while the government is shut down and Americans line up at food banks in droves. Trump says this ballroom will be paid for by donors, including companies like, for now at least, our parent company, Comcast. MSNBC has asked the White House and has asked Comcast exactly how much Comcast has donated to this project. So far, we can't get an answer.
Let's just be so for real right now. These are his priorities. Ballrooms, Rose Garden, wealthy donors. These are the people that Donald Trump cares about. These are the people that he likes. These are the people that he wants to be around. If you are a Donald Trump supporter, he does not want to be around you. I promise. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't like you. He never will. He never did. You've been fooled. It is not too late to change your mind, though. We have elections coming up on Tuesday. Mikey Sherrill, Abigail Spanberger, Zohran Mamdani. Other elections, make sure you are voting if you are in Pennsylvania. Make sure you're voting if you are in California. Go out and vote. Go out and fight this bullshit. We're going to on this show. If you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button. Leave a like on this video. If you stuck around to the end, drop a blue heart in the comments. Also, Stephen Miller is here with me. Let me know if you want me to keep him. I know it's not Halloween anymore, but maybe we can pretend he's someone else. I don't know. Keep on fighting. Don't let him silence you. God. Until next time, I'll see you soon.